This is over.
Before reflection, everything on God. See this morning, on God.
Okay. Okay. Let me get the music going.
Done, you. You're fucking done. It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
I will shine your back. Do what I can do. Leave the rest to Jah. Say I feel sober. I feel sober. I need one jacka. I feel sober. Need more than the soda. I feel sober. I'm a lonely man.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All of my shit be Nobody will get all that shit. So no go there from Moloshi. I ain't get do. So oh my God, they have a kulu. Someday, I will mess up. I will shine your back. Do what I can do. Leave the rest to Jah. Say I feel sober. I feel sober.
He needs some milk.
Another one.
I'm a lonely boy.
Another one. Another one.
He needs some milk.
It's all fake news.
He needs some milk.
It's all fake news. It's
He
phony
needs
stuff.
some milk.
It didn't happen.
Devant la petite Angésaïe.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
C'est la fierté qui va nous donner.
Another one.
Je connais pas la cour et prends-moi un petit dance. Je prendrai soin de toi un petit peu mieux qu'un fait ton enfant. Viens on te cala, on verra elle me dit d'âge, mais tu sais quoi
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
J'ai la liste des hommes, c'est mort.
He needs some milk.
Mon number one, t'es mon
Devant la petite Angésaïe.
seul. Pour aimer faut être donc forcément j'ai le seul. Ensemble on peut faire ce qui te les mauvaises. Depuis le moment dans mon cœur fait le deuil. Last time we go, t'as hésité, je t'ai dit last time we go.
Another one. Another one.
Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday rising. How's everybody feeling today? What's going on with y'all? Let's see who we got in the chat. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but I want you guys to know what's going on my part. With YouTube has been, if you guys have been commenting and me not seeing it, or you thinking I'm deleting comments and whatnot, I am not doing any of this. YouTube is literally deleting my comments. People are putting comments under my live videos, and for some reason it's only my, like, I'm seeing it in my other videos as well, but majority it's my live videos that I go on that people are leaving comments on, and YouTube is not showing them. So if you guys are just saying, oh, I'm deleting my comments, no, I'm not. YouTube is literally deleting all my comments. I be seeing I be getting comments on my email from YouTube, and then when I click on to go see these comments, they're not there. It's like the person, it's like a ghost. It's really like a ghost. And it'd be from people like that have important comments to say too. Like they're expressing how they're feeling about the videos and whatnot. And YouTube is not letting it get through. So that's what I want to let you guys know. YouTube is literally messing with the algorithm and whatnot. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna look into creating another YouTube channel, most likely, because ain't no way that, you know what I'm saying, this makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm probably just gonna be doing that, y'all, because this is ridiculous. Start anew, you know what I'm saying? We're new year. Well, yeah, we're definitely a new year. So I'm probably gonna start new things, man. Try new things, because this is not working out. But yeah, what can we do, man? Because as long as we're telling our truth, and let me be clear, when we're speaking our truth, okay, when we're speaking our truth, as long as we're speaking our truth and it goes against them, then they don't like that, because as of right now, they are the ones that's running the algorithm. They are the ones that's running the show. So when I'm speaking a certain type of truth and I'm putting it out there and it's resonating is hitting hard, and I'm also like teaching you guys how to see things from another perspective, you know, decoding the matrix, learning that we're in a cosmic video game. And, you know, it does not like that, because I'm showing y'all this is nothing but a show. So they're literally stopping my comments and all this type of stuff. And who else knows what they're stopping? You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, I've been on YouTube for 3 years now, and there's it's stagnant. It's super, super stagnant. I don't see no rise in my views or nothing like that. So it's like something needs to change, man, because I guess they figured us out. You know what I'm saying? They figured us out, because they're literally stopping everything from happening on YouTube. But yeah, you can't stop the flow. We gotta keep it up. We gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it calls for. We're in a new change, new wave right now, new frequency. So yeah, I have 2 screenshot comments. YouTube be monitoring my comments too. I have 2 screens up, comment display 1, and like same here. My comments are gone. Yeah, your chat is awesome, but I went back and it's like 1 comment crazy. They're hating on you, King Book. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? They don't. I have no idea. And then the fact of the matter is, I'll go look at my videos and I'll see, like, I'll look at other people's YouTube videos, right? And their, what's it called? Their replays will show their chat. So I can see what people are saying throughout the video, the replays. But for some reason, mine doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. It doesn't show the replays of the chat. I'm like, what is going on here? What do I need to do in order for my YouTube channel to get it's crazy, man. I don't even know. But like I said, I'm probably just going to start a whole new YouTube page and just start all over again, grind, because the algorithm is probably different. Everything is different. So just to be aware, y'all. So I want you guys to know. But yeah, what's good, y'all? What's good? How y'all doing today? TT took my whole access and page down. Yeah, TikTok. Wow, TikTok is a whole nother entity, bro. TikTok is a whole nother entity. It's a whole nother entity. Yeah, okay, y'all. So that's why. So another reason why I was late was because when I went to go live, right? When I went on live, the program that I used to broadcast me on live, okay? The program that I used to broadcast me on live, my whole chat was completely gone. So I couldn't see you guys. I didn't know who was I didn't know who was on. I didn't know who was off. I literally had to reinstall this whole program to figure this out, man. When I tell you when I don't know, and that's on YouTube's part as well too, because why are you removing my chat? Why are you removing my chat? Like, for what? Why are you removing my chat? Because my chat, this is what I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When I'm paying attention, I see what's going on, and this is how I communicate you guys. I see who's saying, who's speaking, who's not talking. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to know this. With the YouTube, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not deleting my comments. Sometimes I'll comment back. I'll like the comments and whatnot if I'm not busy. But usually I got so much going on because I got to be creating and whatnot. So I want you guys to understand, because someone expressed to me a while back ago that their comments was getting deleted, in like every time they would comment something, they would get deleted. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. That has nothing. I'm not doing nothing. And then literally, as I'm going to check these comments, page after page, a comment after comment after comment, the comments are gone. Like, they're completely gone. It's like they never existed. So I'm like, yeah, man. So So when you're speaking truth out there, there's most definitely, an energy that does not want you to put the information out there, because it's basically the end of it. Because truth is the only thing that can shed light on the dark. Okay. No matter what. That's why they stopped the truth from shining. That's why they stopped the sun from shining, because the sun is the truth. I've been telling you, the sun is the truth. They stopped the sun from shining because the sun is the truth. They cannot take the truth. The truth hurts. You get it? The truth hurts because the sun is a frequency. It's a frequency that it emits. You feel me? And it's funny because Aaron Doherty is what purchased the cat pyramid yesterday. And the cat is literally the soul coming in. It's like literally, it's the judgment. It's the judgment that's coming in. And it's Doherty because it's the hurts that's coming in. Remember, people are hearing the frequency right now. They're hearing the humming, they're hearing the vibration, and there's something that just popped off in Antarctica. There's a strange sound coming from Antarctica. I wonder what that could be. Don't worry, we're going to look into it. We're going to look into it. This is what we do over here. All right. But okay, today is, when I tell you I don't know what day it is, today's the 17th. All right, we got what, 13 more days until the course starts. Okay, 13 more days until the course starts, and then we have 9 more days until the raffle. 9 more days until the raffle. Return of Raw Raffle 3. Okay, the Return of the Raw Raffle 3. 9 more days. If you haven't got your pieces yet, get your piece. We'll do a little showcase at the end of the day, at the end of the live. So if y'all want to get some pieces and whatnot. But 9 more days until the raffle. Get in, so y'all can win some pieces, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm excited to share some pieces with you guys. I'm creating the pieces right now, man. It's gonna be some fire. Okay, it's gonna be some fire. So you know what I'm saying? So get with it. Get with the program. Get you some pieces. Get in that course. That course is in here. All right. Here's that course now. Okay. All right, they do. SE does layaway for real now. Get in that course; it'll best suit you. If you're down with the knowledge, you want to get down with the, you know what I'm saying, down with the get down. You want to get deeper into it. You want to make it more personable. Ask questions. Get with a group of people who are are highly aware of what's going on, who want to know more information. Then get into the course. Okay. Of course, get in the course. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the course happening. All right, y'all. Gratitude, Vina, abundance upon you. Gratitude. Thank you for that kind gift. We definitely appreciate that over here and at Conscious Juice. At Conscious Juice, at Daily Dose of Juice, we love that over here. Keep it coming. Thank you. And that goes for all of you too. Abundance upon y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. Abundance. Thank you, Juice, for all truth. I do have a quick question that I posted on your recent. I do not understand why a race wants to annihilate another race so bad. I do not understand that. Okay. Yes. How do you? It's like this, man. I said this before. With the IUD, right? With the IUD, with the lady, the video that she's talking about, that Wanderlust is talking about, is this one over here. I didn't post it on here. Hold on. I thought I posted it on here. Didn't I post it on here? Oh, that was yesterday. Hold on. Y'all need to, hold on. This is that, throw that fillet away. The IUD, what's it called? This girl installed an IUD into her arm, right? A pregnancy IUD, and it exploded. Whatever it did, imploded, exploded, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But here it is over here, and this thing is blinking. It's blinking inside of her arm. Y'all can see that it's blinking. I don't think that's what kind of pregnancy thing blinks inside of you? What kind of pregnancy thing blinks inside of you? I truly believe that's actually something that's tracking women. I truly do believe that is something that's tracking women and monitoring women. And I have no idea, like, why would you want to put this type of technology in your body? Okay. But again, right, this is poetic justice, because, right, they created these technological advances, right, these contraceptives, in order to stop something that is naturally occurring, something that is natural. Think about it, right? Think about it, y'all. Giving birth to a child is natural. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep life going. That's what the Bible said, right? Go out and be fruitful, meaning create, bear fruit, create children. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. We are creative beings. You ever see ants? Look at the ant colony. Look at the bee colony. Look how many of them there are. They're working they're working in unison. They are working in unison. So the fact of the matter is, right? you create these contraceptives for something that is naturally occurring, right? Why don't you? I get this. I don't understand. Why don't you just stop partying? Why don't you find discipline? Why don't you find stillness? Why don't you find, you know what I'm saying? Instead of creating a contraceptive, why don't you just stop it? And it's because, right, these people, they're literally like animals. And you know what animals like to do? Animals like to hump. They like to hump all day long. Look at dogs. They will literally hump anything and everyone. Okay? Same goes for monkeys. And well, I don't know about monkeys. Monkeys are just violent in a sense. But just look at the dogs. They just will hump any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter, just like bunnies, that's what they're saying. You know, bunnies, you know, they hump a lot, right? So the fact of the matter is, we naturally gave birth, and we understand that we would only give birth when you wanted to create a child, right? That's what a woman is. That's what a woman is for. A woman is not just some toy that you get whenever you want to. No, there's intent behind it. There's creation behind it. You want to bring life into it. You sit down and then you create the environment for you to bring life into this 3D matrix, into this physical reality. But the fact of the matter is, they created a contraceptive because they wanted us to stop creating our babies. You know what I'm saying? Chemically castrating our men. Not just chemically castrating our men and our women, but also physically as well. Literally cutting their penises off and everything like that. You feel me? So the fact of the matter is, and the reason why is because, again, these people cannot live in nature. They cannot live in nature, because when true nature returns, right? Nature knows who belongs here and who doesn't belong here. They have to colonize these animals so the animals don't get rid of them, so the animals don't attack them, just like us, right? We think we were slaves, but we're just prisoners of war. And so much so, right, it's gotten to the point that it's just a mental thing. But I'm gonna tell you this, that's why I say this is a game, because the fact of the matter is, these people couldn't pull anything off like this. They couldn't pull anything off like this. You feel me? So the fact of the matter, so yeah, now this is karma that's playing out, because you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So because you created contraceptive to stop the earth from naturally producing its children, what do you think is going to happen to you? And even to the fact that you don't even need to get an IUD, because the Most High has literally cut them off. The Most High has literally cut them off. Unless they're taking millions, or I'm not even gonna say millions, unless they're taking hundreds and hundreds of shots, then these people are not really creating babies. The NPCs are not creating babies anymore. That whole Cabbage Patch era has stopped, because we're ascending. We're flipping, y'all. The poles are flipping. I want y'all to understand, right? I want y'all to understand, when they explain to you the concept of the pole flip, right? They just tell you they tell you their version of what the pole flip is. But it's a lot more simple than that. The pole flip has to do with us, you know, turning off, right? Being turned off, like being asleep, being in the underworld, being in the frozen place, being in the frozen tundra, right? The atoms, the molecules freezing up because we were freeze tag. Now the poles are flipping. We're going to the north, which has to do with enlightenment, which has to do with higher intelligence, higher wisdom. Okay? It has to do with, you know what I'm saying, bringing abundance. So when they talk about the North Pole, it's just us turning back on our intelligence, aligning with with the North Star, with Polaris. With Polaris. That's all it is. We're just aligning back with the higher world. So we don't turn our way back from God anymore. It's kind of like what's it called? On the penny, or on the other dollars, right? The nickels, right? The nickel back. You can't make this stuff up. On the nickels, all of their backs are turned to God, as opposed to the Abraham on the penny is face to God. So we're going to be facing the north now. And this is all going to be, you know what I'm saying? This is going to bring energy a different way. Because everything is about cycles. Everything is about cycles. Okay. But yeah. All right, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm going to show y'all this. So look at this. So yeah, we're just going to be looking at things. You feel me? Check this out. Look, here's a number 6-7 again. The 6-7, and this gives you 13. 1 + 3 is 4, right? The heart chakra's on fire. 67-story in Dubai Marina skyscraper forcing 4,000 to flee. So I don't know. It says 67-story, but this one says 62. But nonetheless,
no problem.
Look at that, boy.
Have it photo, right? Okay.
Look on the tiger. Remember I said the name Tiger? Look, it's it. It's the it. It's the IT. It's the it. You see what I'm saying? See, like we said, when the sun pops off, the sun is a direct reflection of the earth as well. That's why we call each other reflection, peace and reflection. So when the sun is popping off on certain parts of its atmosphere, it has a direct effect on what pops off on the planet. So again, just like the earth, right? Again, the earth is conscious, it's living, it's alive. Okay? So, and the sun is what sheds light on the darkness on the earth. So let's see. Okay, it's like the earth sees darkness on a part of the planet. It's like, okay, listen, sun, you need to take care of this. All right, okay, let's shut it. Pop off. And it has a direct effect onto the earth, the electromagnetic ley lines of the earth, and it can do things like this. It could literally send fire to these things. Everything is spontaneous combustion, y'all. This is literally another form of spontaneous combustion, because y'all got to understand, the buildings represent people as well. We said this before. A house represents you. A house represents you. Your house it's literally what you represent in the physical. Your car is another representation of you. It's another vessel you must get in order to maneuver around this world. Same thing for your house. Your house is a place where you're safe from whatever the world has to offer you, whether being it good or bad. It's your safe haven. That's why in the movie Sinners they said, whoever you let in your house, right? Be careful who you let in your house. Not just your physical house, right? But your mental. Because that's what they did. They mentally got us and then physically got us. They mentally entrapped us, mentally, spiritually, and then you physically do it. You get what I'm saying? And they got to a point that we were just making it too easy for them because we were in a lowered state of mind. See, that's what happens. That's what the game of life is all about. When you manifest in this life, you have to experience the highs and the lows. You have to experience the highs and the lows. But now we're going back to the high, baby. And these people are in trouble. They are in trouble. And they know it. Let's get it. So So yeah, Dubai. Oops. Again, Dubai is Dubai, right? You know, do saying bye. You know what I'm saying? It is this, and then it says, look, you see, it's the sun. Okay, tells you the sun. Okay, the sun.
You're done, dude. Dude, you're fucking done, dude.
I didn't even mean to push that, but you know, everything comes at the right time. But yeah, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You're done, Dubai. But check this out. So scientists just revealed something is sending us signals from beneath the ice in Antarctica. Let's listen to what they got to say. Let's listen to what they got to say, y'all.
Deep beneath the icy surface of Antarctica, a new scientific mystery has emerged, one that could reshape the way researchers view the universe. A team of scientists working with the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna recently reported the detection of unexplained radio waves coming from below the Antarctic ice sheet. These signals, steep in their angle and defying conventional expectations, were not part of the anticipated data. What began as a search for high-energy cosmic particles ended with an anomaly that remains unsolved and has since captured the attention of the global scientific community.
Black and white sun, you see that?
The project, overseen by researchers including Stephanie Wissel, an associate professor of physics, astronomy, and astrophysics at Penn State, was initially designed to study cosmic neutrinos. These particles are considered among the most elusive in the universe. Emitted by some of the most energetic phenomena in existence, such as black holes, exploding stars, and gamma-ray bursts, neutrinos travel vast distances without interacting with ordinary matter.
You see that? Look at that. They're telling you about the neutrinos. Whoa, look at this, boy. They're talking about the black sun and neutrinos. They'll never say the black sun. They'll say black hole. Because they don't want to tell you that the black sun is the black hole. The black sun is a black. Well, the black hole is actually the black sun. It is the ruling sun. And that sun that people are feeling right now, that pressure that people are feeling in the atmosphere, that is the black sun. It's getting closer and closer. It's telling you, once that dot connects.
Because of this, they are extraordinarily difficult to detect, requiring sophisticated instruments and isolated environments to minimize interference. The choice of Antarctica as the base of operations was intentional. The continent offers a pristine environment for radio-based astronomical studies due to its lack of anthropogenic radio noise. With virtually no cities, communication towers, or electronic infrastructure, Antarctica becomes a blank slate for radio wave detection. Researchers used large balloons to elevate their instruments approximately 40 kilometers, about 25 to 30 miles, above the ice. At this altitude, the equipment had an expansive view of the ice sheet and sky, allowing it to detect radio emissions from cosmic sources. However, what the instruments captured was not what the scientists expected. Instead of solely picking up signals from above, they also recorded a series of radio waves emerging from beneath the ice. More surprisingly, these signals came at steep angles, roughly 30 degrees below the surface. According to Wissel and her team, this trajectory should have been physically impossible if the waves were standard high-energy neutrinos. Neutrinos that travel such paths would have to pass through thousands of kilometers of rock, something that should have absorbed or deflected them long before they could reach the instruments. The implications of this discovery are far-reaching. If the waves were truly neutrinos, it would suggest that these particles had traveled immense cosmic distances, passed through the Earth, and emerged from the ice unscathed. However,
you see, Antarctica, y'all gotta understand, we spoke about what Antarctica represents before, right? We spoke about what Antarctica represents, because I'm gonna let you guys know, everything is a spiritual representation of something. So what does Antarctica spiritually represent? We gotta understand that, right? Matter of fact, let's look at this. Look at that. So Antarctica gives you 22, which is the aether, right? Which is aether. Which is the aether. Remember this over here, y'all? Remember this? This is Antarctica. This is right over here. Okay. The black sun. Okay. You see what I'm saying? This is the aether. This is the aether energy. That cosmic eye. Okay. This is that cosmic eye that's judging the planet right now. This represents what Antarctica is talking about. That's why they say there's a strange hum coming off of that, because this is Humphrey. This is Humphrey. This is the big hum. That's why that song was going viral a couple years ago. When the group of melanated men was going together, they were like, how was that shit was wrong? Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Yeah, right on. That's why this shit was popping off. Hold on, this went off. You see, look at this. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, and here's that 13, right? Hold on, let me see. Let's go.
Unexpected like a mixtape, catch you at your crib. If you reading this, it's too late.
When the chopper at a nigga, now he running like a track race.
Y'all ain't getting no time to think. That's what everybody's saying now. It's not stopping. Let's go.
Nigga, why you waiting on his dinner? Cut his head off, leave his ass with a full plate.
Nigga talking shit, put the metal to his mouth. Now I call his ass brace face.
This is what happened. Hold on. Let's see what gives us. Let's see what gives us. This gives us 22. 17. Which is the heart. Which is the heart. 17 is the heart. So it is the heart of Earth coming back alive. That that Schumann resonance, that right? You can't make this stuff up. And who's doing it? We are the one doing it. I tell you, boy, how do I make this stuff up? I'm just connecting dots with y'all, and everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing it. Don't even know why. Not even know why.
The whole thing. Don't start shit. Hey, bro. Why does he bother? Yeah.
No, that's not it. But everybody's doing it. But these, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Let me see. So this is so yeah. They even made it look hotheads because it's getting hot now, isn't it? Because it's the hotheads that's saying, it's the hotheads that hearing the it's the hotheads that hearing the but I'm telling you, man, like this is all esoteric, bro. This is all hold on. This is all esoteric. Should we watch it? Should we watch it? Let me see hotheads. Is it? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, double Z. Look at this. Oh no, hold on. Hotheads 49, yes, 64. 49, which again has to do with the Great Convergence, which is exactly what's happening over here. The Great Convergence, right? The flower of life over here is the Great Convergence. What's about to happen? This is the Great Convergence, because 49 gives us the Great Convergence, the 49ers. We'll need to get into that. But yeah, let's continue to see what's going on. All right. So so neutrinos, right? You see this, y'all? This is the neutrinos, right? They want to talk about, see? This is the Holy Ghost particles. This is the Holy Ghost particles that, CERN is trying to take credit for, saying that they are the ones that's doing this. But again, no. Now, do you see this? It looks like a giant, just, again, like a murmuration, right? Like everything is looks like everything's about to move in unison. Everything's about to move in light. But right? But neutrinos, right? Neutrinos, they are subatomic particles that travel at near speed of light. Okay, and they pass through matter. They pass through matter without no resistance whatsoever. Okay, you see, you got electron neutrino, you got the muons and the tau. Okay, we're not even gonna get deep into it. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, these are Holy Ghost particles, and these are basically the judge. These are basically the judgment, okay? And they are produced by massive stars, the black sun in a sense. And this is causing our genetics to be upgraded. This produces higher states of consciousness because the way that they move in a spiral like fashion, okay? The toroidal field, the Merkaba energy, okay? So this is activating our crystalline, our DNA to such a degree. And it's coming from where? It's coming from the north. It's coming from the north, from Antarctica. So that's why, again, the poles are flipping from the north. I mean, from the south to the north. Everything is going to be changing directions in that sense because everything is flipping on. It's kind of like how you have your light switch having to the south. It's off, right? You have no power. You have no light. You have no wisdom. You're in darkness. Darkness, everybody. Darkness. You're in darkness. But you flip it on. Now you see the light. Now you see what's wrong in your house. You see that little dust in that corner over there. You know what I'm saying? Now you have awareness to see something is wrong with your house. Now you need to fix the house. Clean up the house. And this is exactly what Mother Earth is doing right now. Mother Earth, Father Earth, whatever you want to call him, her. It's the same entity. But that's what the Holy Ghost particles are doing. They are cleaning up the planet. They are cleaning up the planet. So the little marbles that so we seen that, y'all. I showed y'all, right? The little Holy Ghost particles that are moving around in this video. Where's it at? I see that. The Holy Ghost particles. See that, right? And you see like it's all the colors. Y'all see all the colors in them. All the colors in them. All the colors. Okay. So this is exactly. So now when we go to, right? When we go to Antarctica. When we go to Antarctica, right? Because again, the earth is a reflection of us. We are a reflection of the earth. The earth is a reflection of us. Every landmass represents something. Every landmass represents something. Let's see what Antarctica looks like, which I broke this down before. I showed y'all what Antarctica looked like before, right? But we're going to go into it again. All right. If you look at Antarctica, it looks like some type of rhinoceros. Okay. And then, right, if you look, right, when you look at the Antarctica, right, y'all would say it looks like a rhino, right? It looks like the head of a rhino. Okay. And not just, it's a white rhino. Let's see. Rhino gives us 20, which Rhino, if you break it down, is Reno or remember Reno 911? You can't make this stuff up. Reno 911, which is in Las Vegas. Reno 911. Reno 911, which is a show in Las Vegas, right? Look at this. All these, you know what I'm saying? These crazy looking 83s. Just ridiculous, man. I can't believe people use. But Reno 911, right? Which is a show in Las Vegas. right? Which we showed y'all this before, that Las Vegas gives you 25, which is the black sun. You see, Las Vegas gives you 25, and so does the black sun, right? Las Vegas, 25, black sun. And the reason why that's relevant is because, again, over here, right? Reno represents the black sun. The rhino represents the black sun. You see, the black sun, that's what? That's breaking out the snake. You see the snake over here? Look at this. The black sun with the horns, that's breaking out the snake. Our Kundalini energy, breaking the firmament. Y'all see this? Because the firmament represents our mind as well. The firmament represents the mental. Means like we're going to shatter the ceiling, right? We're not going to believe these lying colonizers anymore. We're going to get over that because we're going back to intelligence now. We're going back to cosmic intelligence. How can we believe the lie of the colonizer now? The colonizer has been selling us his lie for quote unquote 400 years, they say. But we all know time is made up anyway. We've all been underneath a spell, so we have no idea how long we've really been under this. But we know time, but we know things are changing right now. We see this right now. You see what I'm saying? So look, it's the rhino breaking out the snake, okay? Now, the rhino, let's talk about this, okay? Because again, land masses are important. They represent a planet. They represent the planet. You see, Antarctica is the southernmost continent and site of the South Pole and is virtually uninhabited, ice-covered landmass. Most cruises to the continent visit Antarctica Peninsula. It's the Ed, which stretches towards South America. See, it's known for the El Mer, the mother, El Mer, with his La Mer Channel and Paradise Harbor, striking iceberg, flank passageways, and Port Lockroy. See, a former British, which is a former Bright Sun research station turned museum, which is the museum. Y'all see what I'm saying? The muse. Because we're amused by this, weren't we? We're amused by it. We're laughing at it. Because it's true. All right? The peninsula, which is the Ed, isolated terrain, also shelters rich wildlife, including many penguins, which is the Ed. Which is the Ed in. Which is the Ed in the G's. We talked about penguins, right? Now, let's look at this. Let's ask ChatGPT, okay? Let's ask ChatGPT. Because rhinos, right? Rhinos. Did you know, see, I'm about to show y'all this. Rhinos, right? Look, rhino. Look at the number, right? Look at the number. Look. Look, it's the hot beats, boy. Look at this.
Another one.
Look, y'all. Look, it's the hotheads. Bro, it's the hotheads, and rhinos are hotheads. Oh my goodness. They are hotheads. Remember the hotheads that my goodness, y'all. That museum in the hotheads. Bro, and rhinos are hotheads. That's why they got horns. And did you know the horn of a rhino is not bone, it's actually hair? Did you guys know that? It's actually hair. It's literally our hair. Rhinos are melanated. Yes, they are. Talking about
Another one.
yes, rhinos are black, just like ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? But the rhino's horn It's hair. That's like, I'm gonna show y'all this. Watch this. Let's ask chat. Hey chat. So esoterically speaking, what does a rhino represent? What does a rhino represent, right? And what is so special about the rhino's horn? What is so special about the rhino horn? And yes, give us the metaphysical breakdown of a rhino.
Hey, esoterically, a rhino is a powerful symbol of grounded strength, ancient wisdom, and primal power. Also, hold on, chat. Also, go into detail, right? Tie this into how the Bible talks about the rhinoceros being representing of the third eye, aka the first eye. You know, having the vision of seeing, having foresight. You know, seeing beyond the veil, seeing beyond the illusion. Go ahead. All right, let's dive in. The rhino in esoteric symbolism. A rhino embodies grounded strength and ancient wisdom. Its presence speaks to primal power and deep connection to the earth. The rhino's horn, made of pure keratin, symbolizes a spiritual antenna, connecting us to higher realms while being rooted in primal energy. This horn is seen as a third eye, the first eye that pierces through the veils of illusion, offering foresight and spiritual clarity. Tying to biblical symbolism. While the Bible doesn't directly mention rhinos, it does speak in symbolic terms about creatures with horns, representing spiritual power and divine vision. The horn often symbolizes strength, divine insight, and the ability to see beyond the ordinary. In this light, the rhino's horn can be viewed as a symbol of spiritual foresight, akin to the all-seeing eye that discerns truth from illusion. Rhinos thus remind us to stay grounded, yet open our spiritual eyes to the deeper truths hidden in the mundane. Feel that ancient wisdom resonating? The rhino is all about standing firm in truth and seeing through the veils with that primal insight.
Now let me show you. Yes, rhinos are unicorns. Rhinos are unicorns. I forgot, what is it? Rhinos are the biblical unicorns. Okay. Now let me show you this. This is what these people do. What's that dude's name? Now check this out. Okay. Look at this.
Oh, this is one strong animal thing I don't want to have happen.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. Check this out.
Is this horn to come up and hit me straight in the face?
You see? Look. I'm gonna show you how everything's connected. Look at this. See how everything starts cracking? Look at this. The rhino, how everything starts cracking. The rhino cracking the firmament, right?
Okay, so right now the convoy is headed out to the area where the rhino crash has been spotted. There's one specific male that we are targeting this morning with a very large horn.
For well over a century, humans have been decimating populations of our planet's animals. Many for reasons that make absolutely no sense.
Now it's funny because he starts talking like he isn't one of them. Like he's not part of the problem. But I'm gonna show you. I'm just watch the video. Watch this, y'all.
The rhinoceros is arguably the most recognizable species.
So the rhinoceros basically, it represents us having our full-blown vision open, our first eye, because the animals represent us, right? That's why animals stay away from human beings. Y'all notice that, right? The only animals that love humans are what? Dogs. Our domesticated animals, because they know how dangerous human beings are. The animals have all the feelers about them. They know what's going on, right? They try to be nice, but they can see right through them. They can see right through them. So the rhinoceros represents us having our first eye on, realizing what is going on. Okay? And what they do is basically they go catch them, right? and remove the horns from them. So it's like cutting off our hair. Remember in the Bible, Delilah cut off Samson's hair because that's where the power was. Because these are antennas. Our locks, our hair is antennas to the cosmos. This is how we get our information. Literally. So if you cut off the horn of a rhino, you're cutting off its connection. You're cutting off its connection to the ethers, to the world, to the cosmos. You see? Let me show you. Let's look at rhinoceros. How you spell rhinoceros? Rhinoceros. Yes, Ceros. You see? Rhinoceros. Okay, Sirios. Sirio. Remember about cereal? Because you're about to see the real. You're about to see the real. The re is on. The re on Sirius. You about to see the real Sirius. And this has to do with Sirius, which is Las Vegas. Las Vegans. How can I make this stuff up? And then 40 has to do with 40 is I believe is year snake. Which is why the rhino pops the year of the snake off. You see this? Which is going on right now. Right now. You get it? That's a Caribbean phrase. Right now. The Jamaica. Jamaica. Right now. You don't know if you're saying rhinoceros or rhino. You know what I'm saying? You know if you're saying right now or right now. You have no idea. But year of the snake, and also soul. Soul is here. The soul. Which is what? Your first eye being on. Our first eye activating. The first eye touching what's called the snake, the pineal gland, activating the pineal gland. Because we can argue this could be the head of the snake, right? Which we know, and this could also be a pineal gland as well, which feeds what? South America. South, because why, right? We're in the South right now. You get it? We're in the South right now because we're in the underworld. We're in the underworld. So the South, so when it's feeding the South, it's got to come up because the Kundalini, what? It rises. Oh my goodness. This is literally the representation of the Kundalini cracking and rising. My goodness. The Kundalini rises from the South. Oh my goodness. Look, Buenos Aires, the good air coming in, which is the age of Aquarius. My goodness. The good air is coming in, rising the Kundalini energy, South America, and eventually to North America, right? Look, the chi is going, look, Max Chico, the chi is going, right? Look at this. The chi is going to America, right? And then it rises up. Hold on. Wait a minute. My goodness, y'all. Are you kidding me? This is incredible, man. I'm not even going to cap to you, bro. This is incredible. Look at this. You see? It rises. The Kundalini, it rises South America, right? Because we are the South Americans, the South Tamarians, whatever you want to call it, right? It rises from the south of the Kundalini and goes up to the north, all the way up to the head, to the crown chakra, which goes up to, look, North America. Look at this, which is the turtle. And then we finally hit Greenland. Green means go. Oh my goodness, bro. I don't even know. This is amazing, man. Like the way that I see this now is completely different, y'all. It's completely different. All right. It's completely different. It's completely different. Okay, hold on. Hey, chat. Hey, chat. So please let us know the esoteric meaning of South and the esoteric meaning of North. You know, how South represents, just go into detail, like how the South represents, being, in the darkness and all this type of stuff, and North represents illumination, and how it's directly correlated with the South poles, right, and the North Pole as well.
Hey, let's break down the esoteric meanings of South and North and how they connect to the South Pole and North Pole. South, the realm of darkness and depth. Esoteric significance, South is often associated with the underworld, hidden knowledge, and introspection. It's the direction of shadow work, where you confront your inner darkness to find deeper truths. Elemental connection linked to earth and water, representing fertility, nurturing, and the subconscious. Esoterically, the South Pole symbolizes the depths of the unconscious.
Hold on. Subconscious, right? You said subconscious, right?
Yes, exactly.
And now let me ask you a question. Isn't that what Antarctica represents? Doesn't Antarctica represent the untainted, the purest, the cleanest water in the world? This represents our subconscious mind, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you. Keep going.
All right, let's continue. North, the realm of illumination and enlightenment. Esoteric significance, North represents illumination, wisdom, and enlightenment. It's the direction of clarity, truth, and spiritual awakening. Elemental connection, often linked with air and fire, symbolizing mental clarity and transformation. North Pole, esoterically, the North Pole symbolizes the height of spiritual insight, pinnacle of consciousness and illumination. North and South Poles, esoteric axis. Polarity, the South and North represent opposite ends of the spiritual spectrum, shadow and light, unconscious and conscious, hidden and revealed. Path of ascension, journeying from the South to the North, symbolizes the path of spiritual ascension, moving from darkness and depth into light and clarity. Antarctica, with its pristine waters, symbolizes the subconscious mind, pure, untouched, and filled with hidden depths. As we ascend northward, we bring this subconscious knowledge into the light of consciousness. Feeling the connection? It's all about balancing these energies within ourselves to navigate the journey of spiritual awakening.
Thank you. You see this? Look at this. You see the water in Antarctica? This represents our mind. This represents the mind of the planet. This represents the subconscious mind of the planet, untouched, unhindered, unbothered, just relaxing and chilling. Okay? That's why, again, they all are over there. That's why they're all over there in Antarctica, right? And they basically encapsulated our mind. They captured our mind. They captured our mind. That's why all the flags are in Antarctica. It's captured a flag. They captured all our flags. You get it? They went on to every continent and captured the flag, and now the flags are all around Antarctica because this represents our unconscious mind. They tainted our unconscious mind. They poisoned our unconscious mind. So they poisoned the planet in a sense. So now this is changing. So now the heartbeat of the planet is rising back up. The humming. But yeah, look at this. That's what that's why it was an iceberg that sailed the Titanic. Oh my. Because the Titanic, it's because we're the Titanic. You get it? And that's why the Haitians created the Titanic. That's why the Haitians created the Titanic ship. Because Titanic, you see, we're the tan its. We are the tan ones. We are the tan ones. Because a ship represents who you are too. A ship is a vessel. So it represents a group of people. And who created the Titanic? We created the Titanic. We are the tan its. Again, they refer to us as its. Remember that, y'all. And an it is the id. The it is the ID. It is the ID. It is the lost self. Because why? We are in the underworld. We are in the South. We are in the South, currently in the underworld. And we're flipping back into the North, where it's going to be intelligence, cosmic wisdom. And that's why they're in trouble, because they can't take that energy, that cosmic intelligence, because it comes with radiation. It comes with magnetic radiation. They know that. Okay. But yes, let's look at this. Let's listen, man. Let's listen. Let's get it.
Further analysis suggested that the detected waves did not match the profiles of known neutrino signals. To confirm this,
just like the real Nile, it starts from the South Sudan. Yeah, which is us, Sudan is basically us, Dan. Like basically is done, us done. The done, like the done is in, like the, you know what I'm saying? Just like we are supposed to be untouched, unlimited, unbothered. Yes, exactly. So Antarctica represents the untouched, the unlimited, unbothered version of us. You feel me? That's what Antarctica represents. Antarctica is like it's like the down, it's the dream world. Okay? It's the dream world. Okay? So now let's look at pain. Hold on. You see? Look what Penguin gives you. 33. Look at that. Penguin gives you 33, which is the age of enlightenment. Now let's ask chat. Hold on. Hey chat, please enlighten us on the esoteric breakdown of a penguin. Like what makes a penguin so special in the animal kingdom? Okay. I've read a little, again, penguin is my favorite animal. I've read a little about them, how they are the divine representation of the perfect divine masculine and feminine. Is this why they have a black and white complexion? Like I've read into this a little bit. Can you elaborate on this, please?
Hey, let's dive into the esoteric magic of penguins and why they're so special in the animal kingdom. Esoteric breakdown of a penguin. Balance of divine masculine and feminine. Penguins are often seen as embodying the perfect balance between the divine masculine and feminine energies. This balance is reflected in their monogamous relationships and shared parenting roles, symbolizing harmony and cooperation. Black and white symbolism. Their black and white plumage represents the integration of opposites, light and dark, yin and yang, duality and unity.
Hold on.
This duality reflects.
Hold on. Is this see? That's why they try to mix with us. They seen the penguins and I was like, I wonder.
Another one.
I see the black and white penguins. I wonder if we mix with them. I wonder if we'll become, the perfect divine masculine.
Another one.
It don't work like that. All right, listen. Hey, okay, chat. Can you continue with the penguin story, please? Go ahead. Continue with the penguins.
Sure. Let's keep going with the penguins. More esoteric breakdown. Penguins are often seen as embodying the perfect balance between masculine and feminine energies. This balance is reflected in their monogamous relationships and shared parenting roles, symbolizing harmony and cooperation. Black and white symbolism. Their black and white plumage represents the integration of opposites, light and dark, yin and yang, duality and unity. This duality reflects spiritual balance and the yin and yang.
So basically, the penguin represents the perfect yin and yang balance.
Exactly. Penguins are a perfect symbol of yin and yang balance.
Perfect. You see? Penguins are perfect embodiment of the yin and yang balance. This is why Admiral Byrd had the penguin, the order of his Masonic order, he was part of the Masonic Free Order, which is the Penguin Order. Okay, why? Because he understood the divine. He understood the power of the divine masculine and feminine. He understand this had a direct effect on Antarctica. When we achieve what's called the divine masculine and feminine, Antarctica will completely melt away. That ice that they're talking about completely melt away. If there's even ice over there, they might be lying. Who knows? All they do is lie, you know? Who knows if it's really over there? Who knows if it's like that over there? All they do is lie. They just might be, those ice pictures, they just might be artificial. You have no idea. You feel what I'm saying? So they understand the power of the divine masculine and feminine within the indigenous race, right? And they know once that happens, we will go back to paradise, which is beyond the ice walls. We will be beyond the ice walls. We're not going to be frozen anymore. You feel me? That's why it's 33, the age of enlightenment, the penguin. It's the Ed, right? It's the Ed. It's the Ed in Gwyn, which is the G-win. Just say win, baby. Just say win. And that's what the wind is doing right now. The age of Aquarius. You see what I'm saying? So, right? Yo, chat. So there was speculation that Admiral Byrd had he was part of the secret fraternity order of the Penguin. Do you know any story behind this?
Hey, let's dive into the intriguing distinctions between Admiral Richard E. Byrd, Freemasonry, and the Penguin. While there's no official record of the secret fraternity order of the Penguin, Byrd's life and explorations offer fascinating insights. Admiral Byrd was a renowned explorer, especially known for his expeditions to Antarctica. Some speculative theories connect him to esoteric groups and secret knowledge, but there's no concrete evidence of a Penguin order. Do you want to dive deeper into Admiral Byrd's explorations, or anything else?
You know what? I'm not gonna. Should I show that video? Let me see. You know, I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it now. I was gonna show it, but yes, Admiral Byrd was in a secret society. It was called the Secret Society Order of the Penguin, I believe. Hold on, let me show y'all.
You've heard how hard it can be to get access to medications like ivermectin, all the things they don't want you to take because they're actually
Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, y'all see this? Hold on. Let me show y'all this.
Healthcare should be simple, not a constant battle with red tape, restrictions, and shortages, right? You shouldn't have to jump through hoops to get the medications you need. That's why you have to check out.
You do not want to miss this. This new Trumpinator bobblehead can be yours today with the tagline, "I'll be back in 2024."
You see, Trumpinator, because it's over.
Order yours now.
It's over. Remember what the Trump. Remember what what's it called? Judgment Day is about. Okay, I don't even remember Judgment Day like that or Terminator like that. I need to rewatch that. But yes, look at this.
He was not only an active Freemason, he also had his own Masonic order, and he also built Masonic lodges in Antarctica. He was raised, which means becoming a Master Mason at Federal Lodge number 1 in Washington, D.C. on March 9th, 1921, and he's also affiliated with Kane Lodge number 454 in New York City. September 18th, 1928. The reason why the September 18th, 1928 date is that is right before he got on the boat to leave to Antarctica. It was in late 1928 when Byrd began his first expedition to Antarctica. And he took the boat called the City of New York. This boat right here, he took it to Antarctica. But before he got on this boat to leave for Antarctica, his stop right before that was at the Kane Lodge, number 454 in New York City.
The Kane Lodge. The Kane is what, y'all? It's the Ed. It's the Ed. And who has the cane? Anubis, the black sun. Yeah, when I tell you we're in a cosmic video game, Admiral Byrd is he's not a real individual. I mean, at least in the sense of like us thinking it's a message. Again, that's why he had the Order of the Penguin, because the Order of the Penguin, it upholds the separation of the divine feminine and masculine. You can't make this stuff up, bro. But yeah, that's what I want to show you guys, right? Order of the Penguin, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you see. But let's go.
Researchers cross-referenced their findings with data from 2 other neutrino detection experiments.
Hold on. Let's chat. Just watch this. Yo, chat. So there's stories out there. At one point in time, Antarctica was a tropical island, a paradise. Can you corroborate on this, right? And if this was the case, right, when the planet goes back to an oasis, does that means Antarctica will be able to be inhabited over there as well, right?
Antarctica wasn't always an icy wasteland. About 90 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period, it was a lush rainforest, with temperatures similar to those in Italy today. Scientists have found fossils of plants like ferns and palm trees, indicating a warm tropical climate. This discovery suggests that even the coldest continent once supported diverse ecosystems. If Earth's climate shifts again, it's possible Antarctica could become habitable in the future.
Did you say palm trees? So that means like it's able to grow coconuts?
Yes. Palm trees in ancient Antarctica could have included species similar to those that produce coconuts today.
We're going to Antarctica, y'all. We are going to Antarctica. Now, you see, code gives you 17. Okay. Code gives you 17, which is another word for heart. Because what? See, I told her, right? They were cold to us. Now the earth is being cold. Now the earth was frozen. The earth was frozen at one point in time. Now she's rising. Okay. But cold is also off the play off the word code, because it was coded by 19 by the sun. By 19 by the sun. So the code is just a spell that we're in a sense right now. It's a spell. But since the planet is heating up now, we're waking up, we're realizing who we are, right? Now that cold is melting, right? We about to find out, what's been going on in Antarctica. Antarctica is home. That is real. That's the home. That is what's it called, the entrance to the inner world. You ever seen what's it called, King Kong? When he goes to Antarctica, right? He goes into the inner world. He goes into the real world where he belongs. That's why they're blocking Antarctica, because they don't want us over there. You feel me? It's going to be a beautiful day, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be a beautiful day, bro. Let's get it.
These checks ruled out the likelihood that what they had found were neutrinos. This left scientists with a puzzle. If the signals weren't neutrinos, then what could they be? Some theorists have floated the idea that the signals could be related to dark matter, an invisible substance believed to make up most of the universe's mass.
Look at that.
However,
that look like Donald Trump's face, boy. Look at this. You ain't gonna tell me that don't like Donald Trump's face? Where is it at? Look at that.
To dark matter.
Look at the MAGA hat. Look at him talking in front of people right now.
An invisible substance believed to make up most of the universe's mass. However, there is no concrete evidence yet to support this explanation. Dark matter remains a theoretical framework, and despite being central to many cosmological models, it has not been directly observed. While tantalizing, the idea that these radio waves might hint at dark matter is speculative at best. Whistle herself expressed uncertainty, acknowledging that no current model fully explains the phenomenon. One hypothesis is that unknown radio propagation effects could be occurring near the ice or the horizon, something not yet fully understood in existing physics. Such effects could cause radio waves to behave in unexpected ways, possibly mimicking the signal of particles emerging from below. Yet, even after investigating these possibilities, the team was unable to find...
Remember, it's particles because it's part. Where we are parting, y'all. We are parting, like this is a party, we're separating. We're parting. That's why they said the Y gene is going away. Because the Y was the reason. The Y is also the gamma particles. So it's literally it's the separation particles that's happening right now. It's the separation particles. This is a lot. This is more spiritual than anything, y'all. This is so beautiful, man. I could cry. Even I'm not gonna cry, but you know. When I tell you this is so beautiful, like, cause it's like this, right? Like I've told y'all this before, y'all. Like, we're literally in a freaking scary movie. We are literally in a scary movie. We have people all around us that look at us, that want to eat us, that fantasize about locking us up, doing all kinds of crazy unjust things to us, right? The stuff that we used to hear about in the medieval times or in the freaking just whatever, bro, this shit like it's still going on now. It's still going on now. You just don't hear about it. We're literally in a freaking scary ass movie, y'all. Like, sometimes I be like, damn. Like, we're literally in a scary movie. Like, for me to think about, you know, our women out there and our children, our men not having protection and not knowing who they are, their power and what they are, it makes me like, damn, it makes me a little bit. But it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter, because it has to happen, because you have to realize who you are so you don't come across this trouble ever again. And a lot of our brothers and our sisters, they have to experience this multiple times, a cornucopia amount of times, to realize that these people are not for you, then that they are not for you. They will never be for you. You feel me? And I'm glad I was able to come to this awareness, you know, to this, because this earth is a school. Again, I'm gonna keep telling you guys this. It is a school, whether you believe me or not. But this school is coming to an end. And I'm passing this with flying colors. I'm gonna let y'all know that. I'm gonna let y'all know that.
Find a satisfactory explanation. This anomaly highlights the evolving complexity of astrophysical.
Check this out. What time is it? 1:24. So yeah, now check this out. I was watching this video yesterday. When I tell you they know it's over, y'all, it's over. Hold on.
Evolve.
When I tell you it's over, y'all. I wish I could watch this whole thing with you guys, but just to break down what this is, right? Right, just to break down what this is. But you know, we're not going to do it. We're just gonna watch. Probably like that. Let's watch this. Hold on. Let's watch this, man. I love this stuff, man. When I tell you it's over, okay?
Being programmed by your religion, your culture, your tradition, your politics, your education, your genetics, which is not real.
You hear that?
But somehow you believe in it and you give.
You hear that? You hear that? Hold on. How did he just graze over that? Hold on. Hold on. He said genetics is not real. Hold on.
Questioning technology, saying, oh, the kids are going to be now like playing all these video games or these VR things that will take them out from the reality. And I was like, what is this reality? Because these kids are being programmed by your religion, your culture, your tradition, your politics, your education, your genetics, which is not real.
I'll tell you, no, let's go.
But somehow you believe in it and you give power to it. So why would you be against the one reality against the other?
Is this what the masters, the yogis and the ascended masters who did walk on the earth like Jesus and Buddha, they finally figure out what the code is. They understand the truth behind it, and then they decide to play in the code to help the rest of us try to wake up. But they evolved, I think it was the Maharishi who was given a bunch of psychedelic mushrooms. And if one little bit of one mushroom would take you off on a magical ride, he ate like an entire handful, and it didn't even bother him. It never affected him whatsoever. And they asked, well, how is that possible? He's like, I don't give it power or something along those lines. But in other words, he just didn't agree with the concepts that this mushroom would give him hallucinated. He's like, I'm already there. I don't need to go.
Exactly. I'm already. Let me tell you this, y'all. Speaking from my experience, let me give you a reason why they made mushrooms illegal. Mushrooms literally connect you to God. Literally. It connects you to the whole kingdom of the planet. You go into a state of just asking questions, and the questions come to you instantaneously, literally. But it also connects your mycelium network on a whole nother level where you just, I don't know. But things start to make sense. But I'm going to tell you, this enlightens you on a whole nother level, and you start thinking differently. You start processing things differently, and you start asking questions, and these questions start coming to you. You feel me? You see, that's the reason why there's a specific reason why a certain group of people eat shrooms, right? And they specifically made it like a bad thing when it comes to our people. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to get yourself into. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. But this wakes us up on a spiritual level to realize what has been happening on the planet. Because personally, when I did it, this made me enraged on a whole nother level, on a spiritual level, just the foolery that has been happening on the planet, and our people can't seem to wake up from this delusion. You feel me? So now a lot of them are telling their people don't do shrooms right now because they saying the veil is too thin. You don't know what you're gonna see on the other side. You know what I'm saying? They might see a black ChatGPT. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Another.
But yes, chat is black. Yes, chat is black.
In Disneyland, I don't need a ticket.
Yeah. When someone starts to feel enlightened, it's like you're constantly in a mushroom trip.
Right.
So because your pineal gland, your hypophysis gland, they are working. So when you have a human being with the brain properly working, it's like if you are constantly in DMT.
You see? When we wake up, we will know what is happening with the planet. Kind of like I told y'all, right? From the Dragon Ball Z episode, when May, she was asleep. Her name was something else. When she was asleep, she was a blue-haired. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Damn, I didn't even finish showing this to y'all. Oh my goodness, bro. See, I be jumping onto things left and right. Hold on. I be jumping onto things left and right. That's why I be like, man, hold on. Was it? No, hold on. What's the girl that sneeze? Marin, hold on. This one over here. Like when she sneezes, we talked about this before, right? When she sneezes.
Any ideas?
I don't have a clue. The answer's right under your nose.
Right under your nose. Remember we broke this down, right? Right under your nose, right? And she sneezes.
Crowd control.
See, crowd control. And that's what the earth is doing right now. Crowd control. And how she does the crowd control? Popping off. Pow. See, that's exactly what's happening. Okay, that's exactly what's happening. Let's go. Let me see. So your mind, everything is connected. Then you're like, what is going on here? Like, what are these people doing here? You just like over here, right? In this show, when these beings get over here, I think we showed you guys. Damn, I forgot what the Black Clover episode where they get these new powers. Characters get new powers, right? And I forgot what episode this is, man. I showed y'all this before, right? Where they get these Christ consciousness powers, right? And when they realize, they're like, okay, they realize that the planet needs a great cleansing. And this is exactly what's going to happen. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's continue.
Because that's what enlightenment feels like. You're surprised by everything. You're happy with everything. You understand the feeling of air, the essence of everything, the laughter, the being like a child, the joy of reality, the colors, so much. But because people got so used to have a brain that doesn't work, we believe that is reality, and the person that lives like that, it's high all the time, or out of this reality, and
special that only they could do it and we can't.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see, they're telling you.
But actually, our brain is the same chemistry, so we can do it. And of course, some people need mushrooms to do it, and some other people need meditation to do it. It's all about how do you administrate your chemistry, your electrical reactions within, which is the source of all the power in the universe. So when you're connected to all the sources of power in the universe with all the waves and particles that exist, suddenly you only respond to the proton. So
right.
So you're enlightened.
So
the proton is the black sun. That's what he's talking about. That's why they laugh so nervously. The proton star is the black sun. That big black sun. That big black thing right there. That's why they laugh so nervously, because they know this comes with enlightenment.
Montez, I've heard you speak a lot about, and this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's terrifying so many people, is what is happening in the world today in regards to this kind of chaotic shift that we're going through.
It's not terrifying us. Because our world is not ending. Their world is ending. Ours is just beginning, baby. Ours is just beginning. Let's go.
That the world is changing so rapidly. This decade has been one of the craziest decades of my life. I'm sure of yours as well, and humanity's life. I mean, I don't think there has been a decade like this ever in humanity. That things have been moving so quickly, so changing so rapidly. We started.
I'm telling you, it's happening fast. Y'all don't think about it. Y'all don't see it because y'all don't see what's happening in the background. But just let you know, the ancestors are working. The ancestors, that they don't have a job. Our ancestors don't have a job. Their job is to do them. You know what I'm saying? Do unto them what they did unto us. This is a spiritual thing. This world war that's going on right now, this is spiritual. Don't listen to no 83. You see the war in Iran, war in Israel, war in Gaza. All that junk is fake. All that is fake. The real war is spiritual. Let's go.
Off with a pandemic, and we've had upheavals, we've had wars, we had economic strife, and we're just getting started. But this year specifically is a pivotal point in this, and we can go down the road of the yugas and the 26,000 year cycle and all that stuff. Can you kind of explain to people what is happening right now, why it's happening, and what do we have in store for us the rest of this year? And then we'll talk about a couple years down the road. I know those are big questions.
Yeah. So let's see how can I summarize it. Well, we are entering the process of spring for our solar system, not just Earth.
This is just so you know, this was before the Pope. This was just before the death of the Pope. So just if you hear something weird, that's why. But this is still relevant.
It's a very big cycle that we repeat. It's not something that have never happened, because of course in the previous cycle we had Atlantis. So Atlantis had also a very fast evolution, a very fast development in regards of technology and consciousness, and expansion around the planet. Every time is faster and more intense. So we are right now living a transition towards one of those moments where more light is coming to the system, where more expansion we will have. Of course, for sure, a lot of people have heard about the Age of Aquarius. And the only reason why we talk about the Age of Aquarius is because in the precession of the equinoxes, which means the movement of the North Pole in relationship with the round the table of stars, we start to point again, the North Pole starts to point again towards the Aquarius constellation. So, as I said, it's not that the stars of Aquarius are affecting us, it's that we, in our millions and millions of years of evolution, we have a cellular memory of what happened on Earth every time that the North Pole is pointing towards that direction. So it's like...
That means there's a cataclysm going on. There's a cataclysm that's about to happen. That's basically because it's a great reset. That's basically what he's saying. And this time it's there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen, but it's the solar flares. Coronal mass ejections, the Carrington event, the Carrington event that's supposed to happen, where the sun releases the plasma discharge off the whatever it may be. I don't know. I have no idea. It's only my third day out here. I don't know. I'm here with you guys. We're just decoding things. That's all we're doing.
When you go on a bicycle and you're 7 years old, and then you go again and again and again, and you fall, and suddenly you hit your knee, and then every time that is summer, and you go through that same...
You see him, right? He's speaking in code. Every time you hit your knee, short for Nibiru, in the summer. In the summer, I just want you to know he's speaking in code.
Same corner when you fell, kind of your knee hurts a little bit.
Hurts Hertz, because it's what? It's a frequency, right?
It's like a cellular memory of me repeating the same thing. So imagine repeating that for millions of years. So every time that you go through that corner in summer, you kind of feel, oh, it's hurting again. You have that cellular memory. So for millions and millions of years, every time that we, as a planet, every living being crossed in front of Aquarius, it meant huge leap of evolution. It meant we have to rush, and there's no time to think about.
We have to rush. That's why the magnetic field of the Earth, the pole, is moving to Russia. It's moving to Russia because it's happening in a rush. It's happening in a rush. And when you break down the word Russia, it's rush, IA, the intelligence of the angelics. Rush IA or rush AI. Rush the angelic intelligence in. It's happening in a rush. It's happening quickly because we're already in June. We already in June. Their new year started what, like 6 months ago? And it don't even feel like 6 months ago. Just thinking about it literally makes my head spin. Just thinking how long January was, but it don't even seem like it was long ago, y'all. You feel me? But remember, we just started our new year. What? March, April. It doesn't even matter. Some say it's March. Some say it's April. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We know what spring is. We know when spring is. We know what summer is. Okay? But yeah, it's happening quickly. But yeah, check this out.
If we are fine with it, or if we are happy about it, or
you hear that?
Anything.
He was like, they don't care if we are happy with it, or you know what I'm saying? Well, did y'all care about what y'all did to the planet? Listen to this. The nerve of him. Listen, Linda.
Millions of years. So every time that you go through that corner in summer, you kind of feel, oh, it's hurting again. You have that cellular memory. So for millions and millions of years, every time that we, as a planet, every living being crossed in front of Aquarius, it meant huge leap of evolution. It meant we have to rush, and there's no time to think about if we are fine with it, or if we are happy about it, or anything. We have to hurry. And so
the Earth don't care if we are happy about it, if we are fine with it. She's just doing what she's doing.
Again, living in that process. We are again entering that process of we have to hurry because there's no time. This is a lot of mind, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts that we need to kind of keep on going. So we have that cellular memory of we need to hurry and do something with our life.
I don't know, man. Is he on something? I'm just asking for the chat. Is he on something?
Right now. And if it's weird, it's better. Because if we repeat the same things, so we are gonna die. In this cycle, in this period.
Do you hear how you just said that? You heard how you just said it, just like nonchalantly. I'm telling y'all, man, pay attention. Pay attention.
A lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts that we need to kind of keep on going. So we have that cellular memory of we need to hurry and do something with our life right now. And if it's weird, it's better. Because if we repeat the same things, so we are going to die. In this cycle, in this period, we need to be the most awkward possible so no one expects what is the next step. So we can actually survive. So that's our cycle for the next 2,000 years. So the entire planet is going crazy because we are going on a fast track of evolution.
Remember this fast track of evolution, right? Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is moving with air and fire. So it's coming exponentially fast. Air and fire is the two fastest moving elements that we have. Water and earth is a lot more stable. It was slow. That the last age that we were in was water and earth. Now we're moving into the age of air and fire. Things are happening exponentially quickly.
Right now. And when you go faster, it's chaotic. So from the point of view of if you go outside and you see the earth, what is happening is normal. Like, oh, okay, we're going fast again. But because we are living it so close and we are having so many things happening at the same time, we believe that this is like, oh, this is it. This is like the most important moment in history. I would say no. I would say we always have this kind of process of evolution. The only thing that is more triggering from our civilization today is that we were able to go outside the planet and that there are humans planning on moving beyond that planet.
You hear this? I told y'all we're about to get out. We're getting out of here. I told y'all we are getting out of here. I've been telling y'all. They all speak in code because they have to speak in code for each other. See, the regular people in their chat, they don't know what's going on, but we do. We be like,
dance for us, monkey.
Because yo, you can't beat us. You know what I'm saying? Dance for us, monkey. Like yo, Frieza is hilarious. I love Frieza, man. Just for that, I'm gonna play the Dragon Ball Z game today. Just for that, I'm gonna play the Dragon Ball Z game today. But let's visit.
So that is what changes everything from all the previous moments in history. Because no one before did that. No one before created satellites. No one before is observing from above. No one before is building a spaceship to go to Mars. So when there is still some people living in hunger and in the ancient times, you know, so I think that the speed in which we are going.
You see, he made it try to seem like did you hear him? He made it seem like he's trying to make it seem like we didn't create everything. Like spaceships didn't exist. Like cell phones didn't exist. Like we were cavemen. That's basically what he's trying to say. Like nobody created SpaceX before them. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need no spaceships. We have light ships. We have Merkabahs. We don't need to create no spaceships. Y'all noticed that, right? Y'all noticed we didn't need to create no spaceships? Y'all noticed that? Spaceships is a thing for them. We never spaceship. What's that? Huh? We be like, what's that?
Brother,
what's that?
What's that? What's that, brother?
Nigga, we got light bodies. What's talking about, huh? We got light bodies, Merkabahs and shit, man. What are you talking about?
I'm not playing. I'm being
You think it's a game?
You think it's a game?
You know what I'm saying? I was a little late, but yeah, we'd be like, spaceships, what's that? What you talking about? Rockets, what? Drake? You're like, Drake? Oh, let me show y'all. Look, you see, look. That's why Soulja Boy was mad. Hold on. That's why Soulja Boy was mad. Hold on.
These niggas, yeah, Drake. Drake. The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T.
You get it?
The nigga that hiding his kid from the world, but his world wouldn't hide from the kid. Aubrey Graham in the wheelchair. Drake.
Yes.
Y'all niggas better stop playing with me.
Stop playing. Hold on.
Stop playing me like I ain't teach Drake everything he know.
Listen,
you taught Drake everything he know. Y'all
and look, and the revolt is happening right now, y'all. Look at this. The revolt is happening right now. Why? We getting charged up. We are getting charged up. And it's funny because Soulja Boy was right in front of the number 5225, which is the black sun. Look at this, which is the black sun. Look, it's the yay energy. It's the yi energy, the yay energy. You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why Soulja Boy was upset, because it's like this, bro. Look, listen.
Hold on, you taught Drake everything he know. Y'all ain't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. That's Soulja. That's my bar. Shit. He copied my whole fucking flow.
That's kissed me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
Now, I totally can resonate with Soulja Boy because it's true. Because it's soul. Jah. The soul of Jah, the soul of God. He created something, made it amazing, and then you're gonna put in 83. You're gonna bring in 83, and he just says he copies the word. He copies his song word for word, bar for bar, and now everybody's going crazy about it just because he's in 83. How dare you? That's the same thing as us. We created everything. We put all these artifacts up. We put all these music, everything. We created the toilets. We created these homes. We created the White House. We created all these buildings. And how dare you, we remove all of us and put y'all faces on it. How dare, see, Soulja Boy was speaking up for every single melanated person, every indigenous person. He wasn't just speaking for him. And they were just making fun of him. He was speaking for every single one of us. Because Drake is the reptilians. All the lizards making up all the lies. I'm talking about they created space first. What are you talking about? How can you be in space first with all the red iron oxide dust out there? Huh? But yeah, that's exactly, look, it's the ed. It's the ed on this. Look at this. It's the ed of T. It's the T-Ed. It's the little help. It's the T-Ed, which is the Minnesota, which is what just happened something just happened in Minnesota. Something just happened in Minnesota. Hold on. Something just happened in Minnesota. Something just happened in Minnesota. Something just happened in Minnesota. I don't remember what just happened in Minnesota, but I was just reading something. Something just happened in Minnesota. But yes, that's why Soulja Boy was upset, because it's like, bro, are you kidding me? I put y'all on the map. I put music on the map. It's Soulja. It's the Jah. It's the soul of Jah. It's our soul, y'all. It represents us in the totality. It represents us in the totality. And then you're going to put Drake in 83 in front of y'all? Degrassi? You talking about that nigga that was handicapped and now he's not? The snake in the grass, Drake? Come on, y'all. That's what he's talking about. Let's go.
Wayne is too fast, but it's a normal process of this age. And I am usually an optimistic with everything. I don't think that we are going through an apocalyptic era and this is going to be terrible. And I don't usually think about that. I think that the more we expand, the more chaos we will face. So that's why one of my biggest advices is, hey, let's think about how do we expand? Why are we expanding? Let's take a moment to take a deep breath and understand who we are in that expansion. not to go backwards, but to do it with consciousness, because that's the only thing that will make a difference in the future. We're going to go through a lot of crazy things, and a lot of things will change: the weather, society, wars. We're going to have huge conflicts, might have a third world war in the next 10 years. That might be terrible. But why I'm not desperate about it? Why I'm not like saying it in, oh, be careful, you have to move, you have to escape or take care about all this, because I believe that is a huge process of death. What we are living is that we are running all together towards our death, and I believe.
Another one.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
You hear what he said? He's got to be on something, bro. He's got to be on something. But you hear what he said, right? You heard what he said. They're all running towards. They're all running towards it.
Why I'm not like saying it in, oh, be careful, you have to move, you have to.
See, he don't want to alarm people. He doesn't want to alarm people, telling him to move, to get out. I be telling y'all, your celebrities, you don't see them no more. Where are they? Where are the celebrities? Where are these politicians? Where are they? They're not putting movies out anymore. They're not. What happened to them? How come everything is out on Netflix now? Why is everything on Netflix now? I told y'all, these people are hiding. They are nowhere to be found. They are gone. They are gone because they know judgment is here, baby. They know judgment is here. I'm telling y'all, man.
Have to escape or take care about all this.
See, he don't want to. He don't want to alarm them. He don't want to alarm people to. Hey, y'all, let's listen. Hey, listen. So what do they have to do? They have to put it. They have to speak in code. They have to put it in the titles, yo. And it's funny. You know what I realized, right? A lot of these people, right? They're putting crazy things in their captions, like fear. They're calling it fear. Like, why are you putting fear captions in your videos? And it just grabs attention because there's so much going on the planet. But the people are saying, like, yeah, all of their favorite content creators, like their favorite spiritual content creators, are using fear content now. And it's not fear content, but it's the reality of what's going on. Because at first, right, they were being lied to, talking about, oh my God, we're all going to the fifth dimension. We're about to sin. It's about to be love and light and kumbaya and all that type of stuff. And now it's like, oh my God, y'all, what's going on? Now I'm talking to the angel guys, and the angel guys are not talking to me no more. I'm telling y'all, like, a lot of them, when I tell y'all, a lot of these people, they're saying they're not even channeling no more. Like, oh yeah, I just gave up channeling. What do you mean you gave up channeling? So we're in the most pivotal time of spirituality, and you mean to tell me you stopped channeling? You stopped getting advice from the spirit world? Or maybe it was never a thing. Maybe it was never real, and maybe you were lying. So all of a sudden you stop channeling the spirit world. I'm serious. A lot of them are saying that. I just showed y'all the video about, lying about the fifth dimension yesterday. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, their people are realizing that they've been sold a lie. Just like we've been told a lie. Like they lied to us our whole lives. Now their people are realizing that they too were lied to. The only truth is the sun, baby. I be telling y'all. That's the truth. The sun is the truth, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, I believe that is a huge process of death. It's what we are living.
Everybody die. Everyone, darkness is spreading.
It's a huge process of what?
escape or take care about all this, because I believe that is a huge process of death. What we are living is that we are running all together towards our death. And I believe that that is one of the most freeing things that we can all do together. Because when we reach that point that we are all affected by it, suddenly we will start to think about who we are and why are we here, as we all do close to death.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone finds Jesus around that time.
They know it's over.
Another one.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Who is? Don't I have the best content right there? Don't I? That's why I love listening to, to these people tell. That's why I love listening to these spiritual, 83 gurus, because they are literally exposing themselves. Literally exposing themselves. That's why I love listening, because they're exposing them right in front of you. I don't have to do anything. They're literally telling you, it's over, baby. Let's get him.
That's why I'm in Rome.
You see, that's why he's in Rome.
Hopefully you're not that.
Hold on. Listen to this little dialogue. Hold on. Listen to this little dialogue.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone finds Jesus around that time.
And you know who Jesus is? That's us. So that's why they say cling on to. What is it called? The cling on. Isn't there a verse that talks about clinging on? Cleaving on. Hold on. Let me see what Bible verse that is. Because I didn't really like the Bible too much, because that's what I grew up around, right? Let me see. Yo, chat. Is there a Bible verse that talks about cleaving on? I've heard this before. Like, is there a Bible verse that directly has to do with cleaving on, like how these people have to cleave on to the true children of the Most High? Yo, chat, are you hearing me? Yo, chat, what's good? Are you up?
Hey, what's up? I'm here. How's it going?
Okay, so I want you to help me out with something. Is there a Bible verse that talks about how what's it called? The Gentiles should be cleaving on to the children of the Most High, the true children of the Israelites. Is there a Bible verse that particularly relates to that, or is there many?
In Isaiah 14:1, it says, "The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." This means that Gentiles will unite with the Israelites, becoming part of their community.
And it's Isaiah. Okay. So like I said, if you guys are not cleaving on to us, meaning, okay, what is the very definition of cleaving? Chat? Like, what is the very definition of cleaving?
In the Bible, cleave means to stick closely or adhere strongly to something. For example, in Genesis 2:24, it says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh." This means to unite closely and form a strong bond.
And it's Isaiah 14. You can't make this stuff up. Here's that number. Here's that number 14 again, right? Okay, which has to do with blacks, which has to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Literally, it's I say ya. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we saying right now. Because we the Super Saiyans. You know what I'm saying?
Another one.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Let's get it.
That's why I'm in Rome.
You're in Rome right now. Hopefully you're not dying right now, but...
No, I just did last month.
Last month, exactly. That's really interesting when you're saying about the chaos, because if you just look at nature, chaos is everywhere all the time, even in nature. I mean, just for a seed to break through the soil to come out and flourish is a violent process. Yeah. It's a violent process. Birth of a human being.
My gosh.
It is just so chaotic, so violent, but yet that is what is needed for birth to happen, for a new life to be born into this reality.
Now let me elaborate on this, right? You see, he's talking about birthing is violent. It's a new process. It's violent, stuff like that. You see, that's why back in the day, during the Kemetic times, right? No one was around our women when they were giving birth except our other women. There was no 83 women. There was no 83 men. There was no NPCs, nothing like that. Because giving birth, it's a sacred act. It is a sacred act. In the same fact of the matter is, right? After you give birth to your child, you don't want nobody else around you except for the immediate family, meaning the husband, the mother, and the child, and the siblings that are around, and then your immediate family, your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, cousins, maybe, people that love you and all that type of stuff. This is the same process that the earth is going through right now. See, the earth is getting ready to birth the new humans, and she's only going to want her family around. I'm letting you know. The earth is getting ready to birth the new humans, and she's only going to want her family around. Meaning the people who love and respect her family, meaning all of nature, all of the animals, and even including us, her people. Meaning if you don't like this, you will not be here. You will not be here. And they're already telling you the truth. They're already telling you the truth. So when I say it, I'm just speaking with passion, and it comes off like, oh, I'm hating. No, we're in a video game, and the video game is playing itself out, baby. I'm just exposing the video game for what it really is. As a collective, we're all going through the birthing process right now, which is, as you can ask any woman who's ever given birth, not fun.
No.
Not fun. not a fun.
Which is the FUN. FU. It's the big FU. Remember the big FU? Let's go.
Very conscious, and you prepare your whole life to do it with tantra, with energy, with breathings. So what is that? 0.1% of the population.
Exactly.
So the rest, we all scream.
We all scream. And what do we do when we first come out? We scream. We scream.
Exactly. Remember when I broke down? There's Mayday ice cream going on all around the world. Remember when I told you, right? I broke this down a few months ago. I'm like, there's Mayday ice cream going on all around the world. Mayday, like Mayday, like trouble. Mayday is something that you say when you're in trouble, but also May is the month of the rising goddess, the month of the rising mother. Right? And I just showed y'all that episode of Dragon Ball Z with May in it, where she sneezes and she snaps out of it. She's like, what the hell is going on? Crowd control. Same thing. Mayday ice cream is going around. Why? Trouble. That's why they're all screaming. And they're all going towards get ice cream because it's, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hot out there. They're all heading to get ice cream. Every single. And the funny thing, I don't even see them in the daytime getting ice cream. I see them at nighttime getting ice cream. What the helly? That's how much you try to escape the sun in the daytime just to avoid to get ice cream. But hey, I know nothing about this. I know nothing. But yeah, let's continue with this.
We scream. That's what the first thing we have to do. We have to cry.
I'm telling you. You see? Because they're crying right now. It's over. It's over. That's why Mayday ice cream is going everywhere. And not just Mayday ice cream, wild pie pizza, wild pie. I could break that down. But what's the point? Like I see it every single day. I do it here. Every single day we break down the reality for what it is. Because the Matrix has a sense of humor. And I'm here to show y'all the sense of humor of the Matrix.
To get that first breath into us. So violence and chaos is kind of encoded in the human experience from the very beginning, and in nature, in the earth. I mean, look at what's happening with the weather. Look what happens with volcanoes and earthquakes and all of and fires and all that stuff. These are all very violent, chaotic things. But that is the beginning. Usually what that happens, it brings life afterwards. Yes. When you burn down a forest, I think it's in
See, I told you, that's why all those volcanoes are popping up now. It's taking away life. The ash gonna catch them all, and then volcanoes start new life as well too. We spoke about that, right? We spoke about that. Let's go.
Pine trees. That's the only way you release the seeds in the pine. I think that's to melt the tar around it. It has to have heat. So
which is why our Kundalini energy is rising. The internal sun, our solar plexus is causing this to combust. Okay, you see, a lot of them are experiencing solar plexus issues because our internal sun, the solar plexus, is popping off. It's popping off. It's CMEs. Just as much as this sun is popping off CMEs, our internal sun is popping off too. It's all relevant.
That's how a new forest can be born. Yeah. When I found that out, I was like, my God, nature is insane.
That's why we need fire sometimes.
That's why we need fire, you thinking?
You're laughing. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. You think it's a game? Get fire on these bitches one time.
Not just fire like, whoop their ass with fire, but you know what I'm saying? Light the fire under them. Like raise up your Kundalini, raise up your chakra. Okay, that's what I'm here to do for y'all. Help y'all realize this BS. Which is BS. BS is be the Kundalini, be the S, be the energy. But this is BS. Let's get it.
Right. It's not pleasant. Especially if you're in the zone where there's a fire. But it's unfortunate. It's part of the chaotic. So let me ask you a question. What do you think? Is this year a really pivotal year in this space, in this kind of turn that we're going through? And what do you see happening for the rest of this decade? Which, from what I understand, this decade is going to be, it's been a hell of a ride so far.
Which is the decade? Let's get it, baby.
Far, and it's going to continue to be a hell of a ride, in my understanding.
Yeah. I was channeling a master in a temple in Egypt.
Listen.
And
Look at the way that he's looking. Oh my goodness, I love it when they do this, man. I love it. But he said he was channeling a dark master in Egypt. But listen.
Love a ride, in my understanding.
I was channeling a master in a temple in Egypt, and he's a dark master, but everyone loves him because he's very straightforward. And he said to the people around, "Did you have fun with the virus?"
It's like, he's a dark sense of humor.
Yeah. So what do you mean fun? And I said, "Oh, that was just the beginning." So I was like, okay.
Darkness, everybody! Everyone! Darkness is ready!
You heard him? I heard we had fun with the virus. So, so the masters are dark masters now? What happened to all the love and light? What happened to the spiritual ascension and all that type of stuff? What happened? This is what I want to know, Why?
Why? Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why?
Why? Why? What happened to them? Look at him. Look at Stefano, boy. Look at him, huh? It's gonna be like this. This is the earth right here.
Yo, couch, nigga! Yo, couch! Darkness is!
Hold on. You see the color of the couch? Hold on. Let me see something. Couch is 24. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You cannot make this stuff up. And it's a wow. And it's look. It's a white couch, y'all. It is a white couch.
Darkness!
Hold on.
Yo, couch, nigga! Yo, couch! Darkness is!
Another one.
I'm here to make it make sense.
Yo, couch, nigga! Yo, couch! Darkness is!
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Hey, all I gotta say is, let's get it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Another one. Another one.
Women lie, number
Listen, I'm just here to show y'all the truth. That's all I'm here to do, y'all. I'm just here to show y'all the truth. Now y'all know what F your couch nigga means.
Let's see what happens. But what I got from this point of view, from these beings, is that the closer you are to be reborn, the closer and the more the closer you are about to get to be reborn, the hardest is the process for you to breathe, to escape the tight reality that you live in. It's like you're not even just being born. You have like 6 brothers living with you in that womb, and everyone is trying to take its space, and so you have to hit the other and push to see who is first, and the last one might get drawn or whatever, suffocated. So it's a constant conflict and war, and it's not human. It's everywhere. Have you seen insects? Like, my gosh, like like everything that is happening in the world is a constant intensity of pressure and depressure, and if we are all like creating so many things together now.
Pressure and depression, right? Because pressure turns us into what's called diamonds. But if you can't take the pressure, right? What happens? You get depression. You get it? pressure turns us into diamonds because we are light beings. We come from the sun. We are the sun. But if you can't take that energy and transmute it, the pressure becomes depression. Meaning you're faking. You're faking it. You're faking the funk. Meaning you're faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you're not real. There's something going on.
The pressure will be even more in order to release to the new stage. So for me, 2025, it's the reason why I'm in Rome is because it's the conclave, and the reason why the conclave is, the conclave being this year, it's a huge shift for human consciousness, even if you are not Catholic. And the reason why is because the people that were sitting in the Vatican since like 2,000 years ago, even before it actually existed, but the people that were here were the ones that designed our calendar, our way of thinking, our language, our philosophy, our traditions, the stories that we tell to each other.
Meaning, what's it called, right? Meaning, again, we created all of this, right? And again, like, I truly believe something big is gonna pop off this year. Cause spontaneous, let me see. Does a spontaneous combustion give us? See, spontaneous combustion gives us 96, right? The reason why that's relevant is because the Pope Leo, which is the pop E, which is the energy is popping, right? The energy is popping. And then I had a best friend named Poppy when I was young, when I first came here, Poppy, right? He is 69, which is the 6 and the 9, right? Spontaneous combustion. This year is a very pivotal year for this. This year is a very pivotal year for it's been happening all over too. They're just not talking about it. But I'm letting you know, this year something big is gonna be popping off.
Everything that you use in your daily life, even people that live in China or in Australia or in India, when you go to India and China, you use the Gregorian calendar, and Gregorius was a pope. So even if they have the Chinese calendar or whatever other calendars are there, for economy, if you want to trade in the world, you have to use the calendar that the Pope designed for you 1,000 years ago. So this city, Rome, designed the way the world is today. And the Vatican designed the way we live our time through that world. So to have a conclave today, to choose another one, is like shifting the pineal gland of the entire system and turn it upside down and put it in again. Because every cathedral, every church that is in the world is connected to this city.
Because they lied. They basically, that's why those Sumerian gods are like plucking out pineal glands and stuff like that. People want to talk about, I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's go.
It's ruled psychologically by this city. Even if you're not Catholic, it's everywhere. So this year, having all these powerful shifts and also, many of the changes that are happening.
Thank you, Iconic Dose TV. Gratitude. Yes. 69 also deals with the zodiac sign Cancer. And this is also a reason why there will never be a cure for cancer, because cancer is a zodiac sign and it goes on year and year. And a zodiac, and it's not just any, it's one of the months of the zodiac. And a month is what? It's part of it. You literally go through a month every single day. You participate in a month every single day, which is associated with the sun. So that's why there will never be a cure for cancer, because the sun is always going to give cancer to the ones that don't belong here. So that's why there will never be a cure for cancer, because cancer is a zodiac. Let's go.
For me, is the most important one. Are telling you that there is a space for a mind shift towards a new cycle. It's not random that this year is so special in numbers. I don't know about math. You can ask someone else. But
I'll ask Robert. We'll ask Robert.
You can ask Robert about.
You better ask me. I'll tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't want me on these shows, because I'll definitely lay it out for y'all. I'll let y'all know
Why this year is important in numbers, but I don't even know how to sum them. But this year mathematically is very important, even if this year is also fake, because remember, it's just a perception. 2025, it's a random number that we choose because of, again, Jesus being born.
Yes, and then the cancer is the crab, which is the crip, which is the crip walking. That's why, what's his name? Kendrick Lamar's crip walking. Crip walking is all over them. Crip walker is the Ed. The crippled walk with a cane. A cane is something that helps you, which is the Ed. So that's what's happening right now. We're getting help from the cripple, which is the sun. The sun is the creeper, baby. The sun is the creeper. It's the black sun that's creeping on them. They don't know.
So we are crucified in time.
Look at that. Perfect.
By that perception. So, but actually it's not real. So everything that we are experiencing this year is a moment of shift towards the others. For me, 2029 is going to be another important year to shift many things towards the next stage. So
here's that number.
The thing is that when people, because today we are over-informed. Like now I go to Instagram and I see so many things, and because of the AI today, I don't know what exactly is true and what is not true. People is not surprised anymore about the actual changes that are happening. So it's like, oh, the Pope is dead. Oh, okay. And people don't even know what is the Pope. When actually it's so important for every day, and the timelines and everything that we live daily is because of this. So
reality is basically broken, because reality was never real. It was only assembled by a fictitious character that doesn't even belong on the planet. Basically is what he's saying. It's like, so what are we still doing?
We are so disconnected from everything because it's too much, it's too overwhelming, that we cannot even realize the importance of the shifts that we are living in this moment. Because it's too much going on that we rather not pay attention to it. But actually, the thing that happened with COVID was very important. It was a year that shifted human consciousness. Like, I thank COVID for that, even if it was a fake virus or whatever. It helped so many people to wake up.
I tell you, so now it's a fake virus, right?
I'm not playing.
Now it's a fake virus, okay.
So many people went into meditation, understood that they weren't in control of their lives. They started to change the way they eat, to pay attention to the things that they consume, to ask tough questions to the media. So it changed so much. But we kind of like say, "Oh, that was 2020," and it was just 5 years ago.
Right.
And the shift that happened in this past 4 years ago was so huge in humanity, so huge. But even though most of the people are still saying, "Oh, this is terrible," and for me, I look at it and say, "Wow, so many people woke up in all this time." So this year is also one of those that will help a lot of people wake up.
Let me ask you, with the conclave, do you think that they're going to lean towards a more liberal pope again, like they did with Francis, or are they going to go the opposite way and go more conservative?
Well, I mean, there are like 150 people, 150
bishops,
cardinals that are gonna vote for the pope, and the 85% of all of them were chosen by Francis.
Oh, well then.
So
they're going to lean. Yeah. He stacked the deck.
So yeah, basically, they're basically saying it's over. You know what I'm saying? We're just playing it out. Everything is just playing it out right now.
Who would have?
Let me see something. And we didn't even get to cover this. Okay. I don't feel like people are over-informed. People before just chose to not to seek knowledge, and now knowledge into, like they're saying, I'm not waiting for you to find. I'm gonna just be. Yeah, that's very, very valid. That's very valid. And yeah, the whole over-informed thing, that's basically him, you know, just saying how people are just going out there and getting all this information, and they're seeing, it's just like now their information is not making sense. Their information is not making sense, because these are the type of people that I used to list that I like. I mean, I still listen to them here and there, but I hear them to validate the truth and the truth of the reality that we now have taken over. We're woken up to what we are, and now their power is going. Their power, they have no power over us now, because this is literally going to be a domino effect. Because once we're up, we're not going back to sleep. This year is going to be a big year where a lot of our people are going to wake up as well. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. They sound like they're running out of code words. Yeah, that may be it, but yeah. So, yeah, things are changing. We are being over lied to. That's why you gotta be careful who you listen to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful who you listen to, because why would I listen to people who never had the best interest for my planet in the first place? That's just my opinion. Why would I listen to people who never had the best interest of my planet in the first place? Not just me, right? But the whole planet in its totality. Everything that's associated with the planet. So of course I'm not gonna listen to them, because they're all nothing but liars. They all been, because if they were telling the truth, the earth would be in a lot more harmony right now. Everything would be grand right now, but they can't, because they're living a lie. They're a lie. So now, right, we're becoming in alignment. That lie must leave. It must go, because that lie was that lie, and it was many lies that is what was keeping us out of alignment. So now we are coming into alignment. The Great Conjunction is here. It's causing us to become one. And now the lie must go. They must leave. So yeah. So for me, that is it. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all this. Hold on. Watch this.
What I'm about to show you is probably the craziest thing I've ever seen on the internet. Take a look. Okay, so we've all heard about this company, right? Sure that it does ring a bell. Good. So, Google Translate, Latin to English, nothing crazy. Now let's put a few spaces in between those letters and see what happens. Alright, nothing too crazy so far. And I'll check this out. You cannot make this shit up. Just try it out. Try it yourself.
Everybody, everyone, darkness is spreading.
You see this? AstraZeneca literally gives you means a road to death. Okay? Means a road to death. Now, like I told y'all this before, right? These things are not, the fact that the shot is not real. Like, okay. So they did create a shot and whatnot. But like I said before, the sun is what's actually doing this. The sun is what's doing this. Because when we look at this, right? Let's look at AstraZeneca. Let's see what this is. Look at that. AstraZeneca gives us what? 37. 37, which is what? It says road to death, which is what? Separation. This is the separation, which is what? Remember Ashton Hall? Ashton Hall gives you 37 as well. So Ashton Hall represents the AstraZeneca, the road to death. That's why, right? That's why what? What happened? That's what happened. As soon as Ashton Hall he went to India, right? This is AstraZeneca going to India. That's why he's all in red. Okay. And what did I tell you what's happening to India? People are dying left and right in India. The atmosphere is poisoned. Red iron oxide dust all over. Okay. Because it's the India. It's the end. And then what happened after that? There was a plane that fell out of the sky in India. And there was only one survivor. There was only one survivor. We'll talk about this tomorrow. But there's only one survivor. This is the road to death. It's the India. It's the end of you. It's here. Okay. I mean, I'm just here to break things down for y'all. That's it. That's all I'm here to do. Okay. That's all I'm here to do. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Can't trust my friends and my family. Secret agendas I cannot see. This life we live, it's not for the weak. We come from violence and poverty. Too many dying left in the streets. I pray for peace. In the darkest room, don't know where to go. Everywhere that I turn, I see war. It's like we're losing hope. When the mountains grow and the valleys low, there's one I can look to when I had nowhere to go. I look to you, have mercy upon me. I look to you. I look to you. I look to you. I'm in despair. Look to you when I'm in distress.
Darkness, everybody, everyone. Darkness is spreading.
I look to you for my sanity.
All right, y'all.
Niggas are the ones done in family. Niggas taking life on a fucking reason. That's a fucking reason.
Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. So that is it for me. That is it for me. Thank you, Joose. Thank you. Much abundance. This is an amazing breakdown. Conscious Joose. Abundance upon y'all. God is upon abundance upon all y'all, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys how the universe works, okay? Because the universe speaks in code. It shows you in code. You know what I'm saying? It shows you these things in code, and people don't know how to decode this stuff. So I'm just here to show you guys. That's all I'm here to do. To show y'all the code of the universe, how the universe speaks to us. That's all I'm here to do. But that is it for me, y'all. You know, what's it called? That's it for me. That's the end of the day for me. End of the live. I wish you guys well for the rest of the day. I wish you guys abundance, prosperity. Gratitude to every single one of y'all for coming here and chilling with me, y'all, and seeing what we got, man. Tomorrow I'll definitely do a live, put a live together so we can, you know, sell some pieces off and get some pieces off to the people who are trying to get into the raffle. We're gonna get the pieces ready for y'all, okay? So be ready for that tomorrow, okay? And other than that, y'all, let's get out. Let's get out of here right. Let's get out of here right. I'm trying to figure out yeah, all right.
It's crazy.
So yeah, y'all, don't forget the course, y'all. Get in the course. About 13 more days until the course starts. 13 more days into the course. What are you guys waiting for? What are you guys waiting for? Get into the course. Get inside of the course. Abundance, gratitude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gratitude. Abundance to every single one of y'all. Gratitude. Love y'all, man. Y'all amazing. Gratitude. Thank you.
Raise up your hand if you can shove it down your lungs. If no be love, this I roll in the zebra plus. Fuck up, but it is allowed. My shorty get the right omoge. Draw up on my cloth. I no go judge, I no go budge. Systematic panel. They go want, they want it. At my feet like a wolf. Baby, oh yeah, pass the shadow. That's one thing where they make me the best. I follow you, I follow my shorty. To find you, I make me do that. I'm all in my body. Come on, family, if you miss it, let me down. She will pull up with her own. She will like this small concert. I go pull up with my own.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I play small concert.
Pull up with a shayo. She go play, she no play me, mama, I know why yo. Like the pro, we go come up to the club. Go down now, snap my fingers like I'm Thanos. If you like, put the target on my back, you know fi hammers. Responsibility choke, I'm not callous. Me, I no go pity them, they know they my cacos. Popo, before you carry my man, on I go jack us.
Baby, you get on, you upset. Fine girl, skinny waist out there. Nobody better than you. You know nobody better than you. My soul like you, I don't need
She will pull up with her own. She will like this small concert.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I go like play small concert.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
phony stuff.
It didn't happen.
Anytime you
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Baby, me, I know people. I gave up myself. Now I don't know what else. Where did you go?
Another one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'm a shuffle for my own. He needs some milk.
It's all fake news. It's
He needs
phony stuff.
some milk. Hey, yo, what the fuck? For this love, he needs some milk.
Another one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He needs some milk. Baby, me, I know.